Hello and welcome to the School Home Connection. I'm Nathan, and my goal is to empower you, the parents, with the knowledge, the strategies, and the goals to support your child academically, socially, and emotionally. Today, I'm going to begin a series on what I find to be the 3 most important social skills for children to have. These skills will help your child to build successful relationships at school, home, and in the future. I've chosen these 3 skills based on research and my personal observations, having worked at many different types of schools. These skills are also great lifelong skills, and it's important to start working on them at a young age with your child. Today, we're going to talk about the skill of flexibility. Just as it's important for your body to have flexible muscles to decrease the risk of injury when your body gets put in an awkward or compromising situation, it's just as important to do the same for your mind. When we're flexible in our social and work situations, we decrease our chance of having a mental injury. And mental injuries can take the form of frustration, anxiety, depression, and more. Flexibility is important because it allows us to stay positive, adapt, and make the correct decision when changes arise. This skill will help your child have successful social relationships because it will allow them to play, discuss, and be a part of a variety of social activities. Flexibility is a sign of being well-rounded, adaptable, and resilient. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 strategies that you can use at home to support your child as they gain mental flexibility. Number 1 is modeling. Modeling is a parent's best tool. Children and people in general are like mirrors. We reflect our backgrounds, our experiences, our cultures, and more. As a first grade teacher, it's incredible to see at the end of every school year how each class has taken on a bit of the personality of their teacher. As a parent, the best thing that you can do to teach your child how to be flexible is to model being flexible yourself. When plans have to change due to things out of your control, like rain or illness or some other unforeseen cause, model flexible reactions and responses. Say things like, well, this isn't what we planned, but we will make the best of it. Or, looks like things have changed, let's figure out what we can do now. Your child will see these actions and begin to replicate them. Strategy number 2 is to be explicit. Now, explicit has 2 different meanings, and I'm sure a lot of you thought about the graphic one whenever I said be explicit, but the other meaning is to be clear and exact. Children are just developing the skills of detecting nuances and understanding what is implied. The younger the child is, the weaker these skills will be. Knowing this, it's important to be clear and exact in the way that you talk with your child. When modeling flexibility for your child, be specific in your explanations of what flexibility is and why it's important for us to be flexible. Say things like, plans don't always go how we expect them to, so it's important to be flexible. When your child asks, what does flexible mean? Tell them, it means whenever something doesn't go as we plan, we're able to stop, think, and change to make the best out of the situation. As the inevitable why question comes into play, don't shy away from it or just answer with because. Be explicit in your response of why flexibility is important. Say things like, well, we have 3 choices to make when something doesn't go as we plan. Number 1 is we can just shut down and do nothing. Number 2 is we can let our emotions take over, whether that's anger or sadness. Or number 3, we can look for the positives and try to make the best of the situation. Then ask your child, which do you think is the best? And strategy number 3 is assist in reflection. Reflection is at the core of all growth and development. Unfortunately, reflection skills take a long time to develop. It's very helpful for children to have someone else be a part of their reflection process. Observe your child as they're playing with friends, siblings, or just doing an independent activity. Look for how they react when things change or don't go as planned. For example, say your child is playing with some friends, but then one of the friends no longer wants to play the game that your child wants to play. Watch and see how they react, take a mental note, and then have a conversation with them afterwards. Ask questions like, what happened? How did that make you feel? What did you do when you felt that way? What do you think we could do differently next time? Among many other reflection questions. For my other videos, I've had a few goals to help make sure that you're staying on track. But for social and emotional skills, there's really only one main goal for you as a parent to have, and that's to engage in open communication with your child. Communication is the backbone of all relationships. Communicating with your child as you're modeling flexibility will allow your child to see what flexibility looks like and how they can express that idea of flexibility in their own action. Being explicit in your communication about what flexibility is and why it's important will lead to conversations about the topic. Your child will have questions, and it's the best choice to engage in these conversations and be honest with them. This will help build a trust in communication so that when you're reflecting with them, they'll be more willing to be honest with you. All of this will be amazing practice for your child, because one day, sooner or later, your child is going to have to express these ideas in their actions to other people, and you won't be there to support them. So doing so now will help them to become confident and successful later. Flexibility is a skill that will help your child successfully engage in a variety of social activities. It will open up opportunities for friendships, relationships, and eventually work opportunities. It will allow your child to stay positive and adapt when changes arise, and they will arise. Thank you for tuning in to the School-Home Connection. I hope you're able to walk away with some knowledge, some strategies, and a goal to support your child as they gain mental flexibility. If you found this video helpful, it would help me out a lot to leave a like below. Make sure to subscribe so you'll be updated when my next 2 videos in this series come out. And if you have a question about this video or an idea for a future video, leave it in the comments below. I'm going to read through every comment and reply to as many as possible. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great day. Keep learning, keep growing. Bye.